with Camillo. My name is Mike Camillo. Today we're going to be making stuffed shells. We're going to be making some wonderful key lime pie, some Italian flat beans with garlic butter, good salad dressing that's real easy to make, and we're also going to be making some garlic bread. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is to stuff shells, and in order to do that, we need to make a cheese stuffing. And for that, we're going to use 32 ounces of ricotta cheese. You can use any brand. This is whole milk ricotta. It doesn't matter. I don't care about my weight. That goes into a big plop like that. You're going to put in the bowl. Okay? That's 32 ounces ricotta cheese. Good stuff. Okay? Next, you're going to take a pound of mozzarella and you're going to cut it up into little itty-bitty pieces like this. If you have a shredder, you can shred it, but I don't have a shredder, so I cut it up. I'll show you a little trick that I use instead of using the shredder in a second. Okay, and half of that pound is going to go into the ricotta mixture. Okay. Next up, we're going to take about a third of a pound of Parmesan cheese and about a quarter pound of Romano cheese. This is a little bit saltier. There's a little bit more bite than Parmesan. A little bit better taste, too. So in order to grind this up, the easiest way I found is in the food processor. But first thing you want to do is point the knife, and then you're also going to want to cut your blocks up. Once you got your cheese cut up in the blocks, you're going to toss it in the food processor, put the lid on, quick little burn. And you're going to do that until it's pretty much broken up. And then you can just turn it on and go with it. While that's grinding up there, we're going to start our tomato sauce mixture. Move this out of the way. This is 28 ounces or 29 ounces of canned tomato sauce. You can make your own if you really want to, but the canned stuff works just fine for this. Make sure you get unflavored because we're going to be putting herbs and stuff like that into the ricotta mixture. So we're going to put that there. Okay. As much out as you can. And then I'm going to put the other half pound of mozzarella cheese into the tomato sauce. Now we have our Parmesan and Romano mixture of cheeses here. And we're just going to divide this up the same way that we did with the mozzarella cheese. Half goes into the ricotta mixture, half goes into the tomato sauce. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we have to mix all this stuff up. And I found the easiest way to do that is actually with a potato masher. And the reason being is it gets little bits of mozzarella caught in there and kind of squishes it up. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And we're just going to mix this up. And into the ricotta mixture, before we mix up the tomato sauce, we're going to put some herbs in here. And this is your discretion. You can put in whatever you want because what your taste might be different than mine, and quite frankly it probably is. Into the ricotta mixture, I like to put, and you don't have to be exact, once again this is the taste, I like to put about teaspoon of parsley. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of oregano in there. Actually, I like oregano. I'll put 2 teaspoons in. It smells good. And just a little bit of basil. Basil's kind of a strong taste, so I don't like to put a whole lot of that in. And because I use the Romano cheese, I'm not going to put any salt in this, because Romano is slightly salty. But I am going to put some fresh ground pepper. Once again, that's just the taste. And then we'll continue mashing up. Stir everything in. It's the same thing, just working the arm. Once you have your garlic peeled, you're going to grab your garlic press, and that's one of these gizmos here. And garlic goes in, out comes mush. And we're going to put that into the tomato sauce mixture. Get off the little bits there, and clean it out. You don't want to put a whole clove of garlic in there because some unlucky person's going to get it. So put that in there. And you're not going to mash these. You're going to actually take and stir them with a spoon. So stir these up until you get them all mixed into the sauce there. Okay, we'll put that aside for later. Now we're ready to actually ready to stuff the shells here. And I have 12 ounces of jumbo shells that are uncooked. Some recipes say that you can cook them. Other recipes say it's better not to. So I got ahead and I'm not cooking them this time. Last time I cooked them, it came out well, but it was really hard to stuff them. So this time I'm going to try it without them cooked. So we're going to take the ricotta mixture with the herbs and the cheeses. Take a tablespoon full of the mixture. So about a tablespoon in each one. It's going to vary from shell to shell because our shells have been completely stuffed here, and we still have, as you can see, a lot of leftover cheese. So what we do with this is we're going to sprinkle it on top because we're not going to waste any of it. And we can just use our hands for that because it's just easier. Kind of randomly plop it on here. And when it cooks, it'll find its way into the cracks between the shells. Okay. There's that mess. Now over top of our stuffed shells, we're going to put this wonderful tomato mixture. Okay. Once again, this is the tomatoes and the mushrooms and the mozzarella cheese. Now we're going to take our 13 by 9 pan and put it into our oven, which has been preheated at 350 degrees. We're going to put this in on the middle rack. Okay, and this cooks for about 40 minutes. We're going to check it. Set a timer here for about 40 minutes. It should be done in about 40 minutes. It might take up to an hour. We're going to check it. The edges are nice and bubbly and a little bit brown, and it's cooked. If it's not, we'll leave it in there for a little bit longer. Okay, we got about 15 minutes left on our shells here, so we're going to start our green beans and our garlic bread and our salad dressing. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter heating up in a saucepan here. That's going to be for the green beans. And I've got a 1/4 cup of butter heating up in here, and that's going to be for our garlic bread. I've gone ahead and I've minced 4 cloves of garlic. This is also for our garlic bread, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the skillet here. You want to do this over low heat. If you do it over high heat, you're going to burn the garlic, and it's going to taste like crap. Okay, that goes in there. And I told you I was going to show you another way of mincing a clove of garlic. So I'll go ahead and do that now. This garlic's already been peeled. Basically what you do is you put the blade on here and you smash it. And that's the easy way of mincing garlic, but it doesn't do quite as good a job as the garlic press. So we're going to go ahead and put our garlic bits in here, like so. And this is going to go into the pan for the green beans. Okay, we'll let that brown for a couple minutes. Turn down the heat. Stir it up. I should actually twist these because that's a big pan. Okay, I have 2 cans of Italian cut green beans. These are a little bit paler and they're very thin. They have a nice taste to them. These are salted, so you don't want to put any salt in there. In fact, you could use unsalted butter, but I don't care about my weight or my blood pressure or any of that other health stuff. So I've strained the juice out of them, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these in our big saucepan with the butter and the garlic. Stir that up in there. It's not hot yet, so you can use your hands. But I want to use a wooden spoon. And you want to keep an eye on these so you don't burn the garlic or burn the beans. We're basically just heating them up. And in here we have the butter and the garlic mixture for the garlic bread.